Tony D and Little Jones asleep on the couch. She's in a timeout. She's been very bad today. Chased a groundhog. Didn't listen to me. Anyhow, here to talk about Deltopia, Screenwriter's Rant. It's another coming-of-age movie about drugs and partying. It would be like the 80s if it was fun. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books. Links in the description. Comedy Horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys. Books 1 through 11. Available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. A movie about Gen Z, probably made by millennials, or at least greenlit by them, and then the actual work was done by Gen Z. Money was provided by baby boomers. So nobody knows what the hell it is to speak to kids. When you see a movie, it's usually the previous generation trying to talk to kids. So what's this movie about? Well, it looks like it could have taken place in the 90s. It's about two guy friends and two girlfriends going to Deltopia, which is some sort of annual get-together, probably in Southern California, a house party out of control. And they want to do drugs and drink alcohol, and dance and live life and probably have lots of sex. And so they do. They do, but they get into trouble and they start a riot and they're on the news. And it's all very serious. All very serious. A guy kisses a girl, they beat up a cop. It's Southern California decadence. Look for it on digital, because this movie ain't that important. Ain't important enough to get to theaters. Would I distribute it in theaters? That's a good question. I think I would, because it would be kind of a party atmosphere in the movie theaters. You got a good looking cast, at least. They're doing things that people kind of want to see. But I can understand why it's going direct to video. It's very niche. It's very Southern California. The guys skateboard. They're all in high school. They got the drug hookup. The girls are super hot. And then they're going to go to Deltopia and party, party, party. Is it a plot or a party? It doesn't seem much of a plot, other than a coming-of-age thing. So, first act, the girls are in. One of the girls is into this guy. One of the guys is into this girl. Bros, they're going to stay together forever until they meet the girls, and vice versa. So they're going to go to this party. The girls ask the guys to hook them up with some drugs. They do. They go to the party. It gets wild. There's a riot. He starts a riot. This is probably at the end of the movie. And I don't know. The other two hook up, and then these two were kind of like the friends, and they sort of end up together. They're like dating more because it's convenient for both of them, because their friends hooked up. Well, I guess we'll hook up too. The third act, I don't know. They grow up. I don't know. Doubtful. Oh, we're gonna graduate college, and then it's gonna get even more serious. Deltopia, man. Yeah. One day we'll remember this time. They used to make movies like this in the 80s and the 90s. In the 80s, they were fun. In the 90s, they were more about selling soundtracks. Now they're kind of like, I don't know, too serious. Everything's too serious. At least there doesn't appear to be any social justice or woke BS in it. I'll give it that. So, direct to video, I don't know. It feels like the kind of movie you put on if you were doing a high school party, just so like, oh, look at this. Oh, that's cool. They're taking drugs and drinking. Hey, let's take some drugs and drink. Oh, all right. And then, they'd mainly put it on for the music, but then would put on music anyway, so they wouldn't even listen to it. Maybe they tune in for some of the more intense scenes and nudity or violence. This sort of movie you kind of half watch. That's what it feels like to me. You put on a movie about a party, while you're having a party, so it feels like, if the party starts to die out, people are sitting around. Well, at least they're watching a party. Depending on how many people show up to the actual party, it could backfire on you, though. I'll warn you, it could backfire in that they're having a great time kind of way. Would I watch this movie? Nah, it's stupid. I don't think there'll be one coherent thought in this entire film. Just my guess. I'm not knocking the people who made it. It's not really a movie meant to be watched. It's a movie that's meant to be atmosphere. That's what I feel like it is. It's the kind of movie you'd put on in a upscale sushi bar with techno music blasting and waitresses that had to scream over music to take your order, and then you'd get kind of half of it, but mostly you'd be about the drinks and get loaded, and then somebody would cobble together enough money to pay for the $250 you somehow blew at that place. No thank you. I'd sooner stay home, sooner watch the Blues Brothers again than to watch this, but might be your speed. I don't know. I don't know you. Who the hell are you? Sorry, yeah. A little wound up, a little annoyed at Joan. Anyhow, it's called Deltopia. So I assume it's based after some sort of famous house party that happens in Southern California somewhere. Might be the kind of movie that young stars look back on 20 years from now and say, oh yeah, everybody was in this movie. Right? Like these two girls would be famous actresses 20 years from now, and the dudes in it will be like, oh, remember when he was in Deltopia? Oh yeah, dude. So like people who are in their 40s then remember. They used to make movies like this all the time and put them in theaters, but now nobody goes to the theater anymore. So, I don't know. I don't know if it makes any sense to make these movies. The way things are going. Yeah. But it's Southern California, so I assume everybody who worked on the movie, well, they can relate to it. And that was enough to get the damn thing greenlit. Because they're really into house parties out there. House parties. Like parties in someone's home. As opposed to like, I don't know, a block party. It's more of an East Coast thing, It's outside, it's in the street. It's kind of a neighborhoods party. These kind of turn into that too. Anyhow, that's it for me, Tony D, and Naughty Little Joan. Check me out on all our various links, especially on Odysee, Bitchute, and Rumble. I'll be at Ocean City on Thursday for the Sunrose book signing. I think it starts around 1 or 2. Be back tomorrow with more videos. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you